Imagine a civilization so powerful and mysterious that it has fascinated humanity for over 5,000 years, from towering pyramids that pierce the sky to the cryptic hieroglyphs that line ancient tombs. The story of ancient Egypt is one of wonders, secrets, and monumental achievements. But how did this remarkable civilization rise from the sands, and what led to its eventual decline? Today, we're taking you on a journey through the entire history of ancient Egypt, a tale of gods, pharaohs, and a legacy that still influences us today. Our story begins over 5,000 years ago with a river. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, flowed northward, creating a fertile valley surrounded by deserts. It was here along these riverbanks that the first Egyptian communities began to flourish. The Nile didn't just provide water, it brought life, and with it, the foundation for one of the greatest civilizations in history. As early as 3100 BCE, a ruler known as Narmer, or Menes, united the lands of Upper and Lower Egypt, establishing the first Egyptian dynasty. This was the start of a civilization that would endure for thousands of years, built on the predictable flooding of the Nile, which allowed crops to thrive and communities to grow.
When most people think of ancient Egypt, they think of the pyramids, and for good reason. These incredible structures, built during the Old Kingdom period, were not just tombs. They were a symbol of the pharaoh's divine power. The Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of Egyptian builders. Constructing a pyramid was no small feat. Imagine moving over 2 million limestone blocks, each weighing as much as a car, without modern machinery. Yet the Egyptians managed it, driven by their belief in the afterlife and the divine nature of their rulers. For them, these pyramids were not just monuments, they were a gateway to eternity. But what truly set ancient Egypt apart was its spiritual world. The Egyptians believed in a complex pantheon of gods, each overseeing different aspects of life, from the sun god Ra to Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and Isis, the goddess of magic. Religion was woven into the fabric of daily life, and the pharaohs were seen as divine intermediaries between the gods and the people. Perhaps the most fascinating part of Egyptian belief was their view of the afterlife. They imagined death not as an end, but as a journey. To ensure safe passage, they practiced mummification, preserved the deceased's organs in jars, and placed them in tombs filled with treasures, spells, and food, anything one might need in the next world. Despite its greatness, the story of ancient Egypt was not without struggle. The kingdom faced invasions, internal strife, and periods of chaos, known as the Intermediate Periods. But even in its decline, Egypt left an indelible mark on the world. The construction of the massive temples at Karnak, the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, and even the mysterious reign of the young pharaoh Tutankhamun. Each event added another layer to Egypt's rich history. The final chapter came when Egypt fell to foreign powers, the Persians, and eventually Alexander the Great, which marked the end of the pharaonic era. Yet, Egypt's influence never truly faded. Its art, architecture, and mythology inspired cultures far beyond its borders, leaving a legacy that still captures our imagination today. From the rise of the first pharaohs to the construction of the Great Pyramids, and from the worship of ancient gods to the mysteries buried deep within the sands, ancient Egypt was a civilization like no other. Its story is one of resilience, creativity, and a deep connection to both the land and the divine. And as long as the Nile continues to flow, the legacy of ancient Egypt will remain carved into the very heart of history. If you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to subscribe, and join us for more incredible stories from the past.